evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for our main event. 10 rounds in the welterweight division between these two great warriors. He's coming down to the ring, and you can tell with that zip in his step that he plans on this one being a spectacular evening for him. He's on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight, he's bubbling with confidence.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Raging Bull. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome Camacho.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Opening round scheduled for 10. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Oh, and look at this, Teddy, wasting no time getting to know each other.
No, they came right to the center ring, said hello.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Well-placed counterpunch by Macho. You can see the cut that started above his eye there. Right hand over the top. He counters back after denying his opponent's shot. Able to show you his blocking abilities. Well done that time, landing the counterpunch. It is a seesaw battle early on here. Amazing stuff out of these two. Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Raging Bull. And a smart counter punch by Raging Bull. Defensive skill with the block by Macho. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Raging Bull. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fighter, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Move that body. You need to move that body more. Let's get on that swelling. I'll press on that.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. His cheek has been split wide open. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
Come on, keep busy, guys. Come on now. Come on, come on.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. He went from almost being knocked out to being right back in it.
Get your hands up. Back to the body.
Able to defend and then go on the offensive. Macho's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Throws a counter punch there. Parries that punch intended for the head. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the word by Macho. Good looking counter punch. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Raging Bull's got to find a way to protect that eye. The cut has worsened, and if it gets any worse, you got to think this fight is coming to an end immediately.
Well, what's going to matter is when the doctor finally gets caught up and looks at it is, Joe, not how bad the cut looks or even how graphic it is to the fans out there, but where it's at. The doctor will look to see whether or not it's the kind of cut that if it gets worse, it could actually be physically damaging to his career.
Get in there. Let's go.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. So the end of the round, and now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let him fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
Let's go on that cut. Let's get on that
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Blocks that belt line well. Macho's offense has nearly left the building, but that has a lot to do with the fact that he was hurt earlier. He got tagged.
Now he's got to find a way to be defensive, to make sure he survives, clears those cobwebs out a little bit, but he's got to reconnect the offense before it's too late.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Great counter shot by Raging Bull. Oh, and there you go. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. That's just like a little love shove right there. Just a little love shove to give yourself some room. He was damaged moments ago, but now he's got his feet back underneath him. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Keeping his hands up, getting away of his opponent's effort. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Ten clicks of the talk. Round comes to an end, and that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it because it's nothing. Small cut, nothing to worry about.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Now, this is a very exciting fight. It's been evenly fought, but it just has the feel of a fight that's going to go the distance. It doesn't look like any one guy is going to take control over the other.
No, when somebody makes up their mind, I am not being knocked out, I am staying, they usually stay. These guys are here for the night.
Both men accurate with their hooks against each other. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Raging Bull. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Right up against his opponent, and he's looking good. Well-placed counter punch by Macho. Macho's opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's his temperament. He has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go when he thinks he should.
Blocks the headshot. Raging Bull's showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself, so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
You can see the cut that started above his eye there. More than one, and it's just what he wants. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Listen, I'm not going to take those shots, you understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. Small cut.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Such an obvious target if you're his opponent here. I mean, how can you not go after that bad cut near the eye?
Well, that's a good question, Joe. I don't like a fighter to really go after that. It's going to take care of itself. You know, you throw punches, it's going to hit that area, and the bleeding's going to continue. But I don't want my fighter to start now pinpointing and aiming only for that. It takes him out of his game sometimes.
That was off the mark. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are. How badly each guy wants it.
Joe, this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy. How they're going to be remembered.
Good-looking counterpunch. What he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Raging Bull. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
Good-looking right hand after he got hit. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Nothing there on the punch by Raging Bull. The trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. And that cut will end the night. This is going to be a technical knockout. The ref saying the fight cannot continue due to that cut. He's your winner by technical knockout.
Saw a little bit of everything tonight. You know, you saw he could fight inside, outside, and you saw he had a pretty good set.